there's a little bit of variety in the types of linebackers that we signed. You know, you got a guy that's a real long, fast, rangy, athletic guy that'll probably play outside in Ja'Cory Turner. You have a little bit bigger body with Eric Thomas Jr. That's definitely going to be an inside type guy. You've got a couple of guys with JT Towers and Levi Draper who are kind of in between, guys that are maybe a little bit more versatile, but all of those guys have really good framework to be SEC linebackers, and we're excited about that. They all run very well. Felt like football intelligence for all of those guys was good, and then the guy that I haven't mentioned yet is Keelan Burrow, who's here already, and man, I love that kid. He's got such a great personality. I love his makeup. He shows up every day to work with a smile on his face. He's extremely fast. You know, he's the one that's maybe a little bit different body type than the others, but he's equally as, effective in playing the game. And so he's really fast. All those guys are physical, and so we placed a premium on frame and body type. We placed an emphasis on being fast and physical. And then obviously the character element was really important to us too.
Your first couple of months here, what's your take on the operation?
I love it here. I had some familiarity with the University of Arkansas and Northwest Arkansas because when Coach and Jamie were here before, my wife and I and our kids spent a lot of time down here coming to see them, and so I had a decent feel for it. Made it really exciting to take the job here, and so it's been great. The support that we've felt from those on campus, from the fan base, has been outstanding, and obviously couldn't be more happy to work for Coach Pittman. He's a great man. He's a great leader of our program. I think people have felt his genuineness really from everybody on staff, and he sets the direction we follow, and I think that's been really, really good. In the recruiting process, that's not always the case. You can go a lot of places and you don't get that personal touch. You don't get that deep relational interaction with people, and that's what we're about here, and people have noticed.
Sam called you an elite recruiter yesterday.
Wow.
What was it like?
Well, I haven't recruited at this level before, but I've recruited in some very competitive environments, and I think that if you can build a relationship, if you treat people the right way, and you find out who the true stakeholders and deciders are in a situation, you got a great chance to get the guy. And for me, a lot in recruiting, I want to recruit my kind of guys, and I want to recruit our kind of guys for the University of Arkansas. And so when you meet with a family and you meet with a young man that you're interested in, once you find that out that they're our type of guy, and obviously you've done the evaluation to know they're a good enough player, to me the recruiting part is pretty easy because it just allows you to really be transparent, and they get to know you quick, and so I'm honored that I get a chance to recruit for the University of Arkansas. I don't take it lightly at all, and I know we feel here that we can go toe-to-toe with anybody in the country. Arkansas is an elite program. Maybe hasn't shown up on the wins and losses up to this point, for the recent history, but Arkansas is still Arkansas to us, and to me in particular. So I feel like I represent a strong brand, and to me that gives you a lot of power when you go on the road to recruit. So I will always work hard at it, and always try to find our type of people. And I think with the things that we have to offer here, it makes it not easy. It's definitely not easy, but it definitely gives you a lot of ammunition, as you're out there recruiting. So
Speaking of character, JT Towers, by all accounts, has been one of the most rewarding people to work with, and he's got a pretty interesting story. What was it like recruiting him?
You know, I can remember when he first told me his story, you know, when he told me about his brother and he told me about his car accident. I remember just being speechless for a few moments. You know, it was really powerful to hear him talk about it. And then when I got a chance to meet his folks, to hear them tell their version of the story, you know, how they had to walk through those really tough times in their life. Boy, it tells you what type of, you know, what type of people they are. You know, it tells you a lot about their resolve, and I'm so impressed with JT in a lot of ways, but that he's been able to remain positive and upbeat throughout his life and keep focused on his goals, you know, and he's living the dream, you know. I mean, he's dreamt of being an Arkansas Razorback for all his days, and now he's getting to live it out. And so it's been fun to be a part of that. But man, I love the type of person he is, and again, I think his family is really special too.
It only took him